You are currently with your 3 henchmen and women entering the house of the family. How did you call yourself? Crowley. And you were greeted by his father, or so you assume. Come in, come in! And he waves you to enter the building.
Oh yes, I enter, and my compatriots follow me.
You enter in a big hall that seems to be there solely to impress people who enter, like you. There is.
I am not impressed.
There's actually some pictures on the wall of the ancestors of the Crowley family. It seems to be something he is very proud of his heritage. But he only gives you a moment to admire the pictures before he leads you into one of the back rooms. You pass another room with a lot of books, and in one of the chairs in that room you see Benjamin sitting.
Good day, Tom.
I greet. I thought we're just like passing and
yeah, and actually,
I'm the new son now, Benjamin. You have been dethroned.
Just go like this.
I flash Benjamin my gang sign and I pass it. No.
You are led into another room, which seems to be the room where he's working. There's a desk and there is a nice chair behind it. There's also 3 chairs in front of it, which is a little bit awkward because you're 4 people. But before he sits down, he actually notices and calls out for the butler of the house, who brings another chair.
Thank you, sir.
And then points toward the chairs and sits down. My son told me that I can help you.
Yes. You definitely can. What is his name again? What is his name?
What's his first
Benjamin.
name?
No, your father's name.
Galumbo.
Galumbo, yeah, Galumbo.
Galumbo.
That's nice. He's Galumbo.
These Aventurian names can go anywhere.
my dear esteemed Galumbo.
He's a glutton.
Is Benjamin with us in the room, or is he outside? Let me think for a second. I have heard from your son, who I've met earlier today at the harbor, that you were the former mayor.
I am the mayor of this town.
Excuse my language. You are the current mayor of this town.
In the meantime,
It's gonna be catchphrase when you
Benjamin, do you want to do anything?
I'm hoping to maybe sneak up and listen through the wall or the door.
Yeah.
If the walls are thin enough, I'd prefer not to go near the door.
No problem. You know the house and.
Okay.
You know where the thin walls are.
And just listen in on it. Do I roll for that?
No, that's something you can do.
Cool. Yeah, I just want to be a part of that.
In the comfort of your own.
Okay.
What do I have?
So how can the mayor help you? I've heard you want to set up business in our great town. Oh, I need to give him like a thick German accent.
You must free us from the menace of the black skinned black. Sorry. And that's wrong on so many levels, man. The black bird.
Oh my
God. It's all on the internet.
At the stream.
Freudian slip.
What is a good old German role-playing game without some innate racism?
It's all par for the course.
Even making the orcs black is kind of racist in the first place.
Anyways, we can talk about the post-colonial implication of orcs in fantasy settings later. But as your son might have told you, I am here on business. The business I conduct, I require a certain knowledge.
I'm a man with a certain set of skills.
I might stand up and walk through the room and look all important like. Yes, nice books you got here. But what is
Someone shouting on the other side of the wall.
give me as the mayor of this town, you are probably the person most capable, or the one who knows what is the current situation of the city. What is the mood of the recent change? What is the mood towards the recent change of power in the city?
You need not fear for your business. This city might seem a little bit different than when you last visited, if you have been before, but
I have.
But be assured that the economy is still strong.
That is good to know. I would have hoped that people are starving, because then we can get rid of the orcs quickly. No, we're all happy with them. Oh shit! What have the Romans ever done for us? I need to convince them that the orcs have done nothing for them. Good sir, I'm a pious man. I throw all the shit off the table. Oh, I'm sorry. I am clumsy. This is how I got my job. I have noticed when I entered the city, and I've been searching out the city and looking for business opportunities, of course, that many of the temples are empty. Why is that? Or would be that a question I would ask? Like, or is that like knowledge? Like, okay, yeah, then I ask that.
if you don't know as a player, then your character also doesn't.
I don't know. I really ask, why are all the temples empty? Like,
oh, that's because the orcs they took away the priests, and it saddens me in my heart what happened there. But I can assure you the economy is still strong.
In business we trust, as Aprius says. Exactly.
We might have lost 0.2% of our export quota last year.
Due to unfortunate events, like a shift in power. But this quarter we have regained our
good
losses.
prognosis for the comings.
I think on the one hand, can I tell if he is like, is he? Or I try to do more like conspiratorisch. Conspiratorial. I was like wondering how to pronounce it. But how are you, good sir? What is your personal take on the situation? Kind of like, I lean in and wonder, like, are you happy with the current change of events? Like your, let me say, loss of power. Excuse my
French.
Yeah, exactly. Excuse my orcish. No.
Forwardness?
Okay. My forwardness was the word I was looking for. Thank you. My forwardness. Yeah.
Well, he looks at you. What kind of business are you exactly here for?
Okay, I'm not gonna say that. But
What? You gotta have some story.
I'm a lead farmer.
Business.
I want to get in on the cider business, something. You don't like cider.
I see an opening.
I represent outside interests. Outside interests that consider the orcs and their current role that they play in the current administration as a dent in our finances, if you want to put it so. I have been sent to figure out a way to change that dent in our finances.
Somebody was sold to the orc commander right away.
Looks at you and also leans over and says, you don't have to say anymore. I'm a good reader of people, you must know. And
It might be that I'm shit at it. I am not a spy.
But before you go on, can you please work one more? Business is still strong in that.
Just one more. I represent McDonald's.
I represent the golden arches of power. Let's come to an, yeah.
with the
I
gold
represent
revolt
Burger King and
golden,
the hamburger no more stream in your city.
Yeah. And we need to flood the place with burgers.
and I might have just the opportunity for this. You are right on time, you must know.
Am I?
Yes, because there is a meeting tonight that might be of interest to you, but you have to promise to stay quiet, because no one is allowed to know.
I am the most trustworthy person you've ever met. Good sir, you have it on my word, as a businessman, that my associates and I will remain absolutely silent and take the secret to our graves.
Which might be quicker than you.
In that case, let's maybe go for dinner today, and afterwards I will take you to our secret meeting.
Okay.
And then he stands up and goes to the door, and you obviously hear that.
And I just sit back in my chair, just kind of
Did you
twirling
listen to
my.
my son?
And he obviously didn't notice anything about that. You sometimes have the feeling that he doesn't think you are capable enough to listen in on his conversations.
I think we should make this evening about your feelings toward your father. Really sad. This is now like some kind of English novel about family. Okay.
And then he calls out, Alfred, Alfred,
It's
the
not
butler.
Alfred, right? Okay.
Of course, the butler's Alfred. There isn't a butler who isn't called Alfred anywhere.
Yeah.
We have 4 more guests for dinner, and then he leads you to the entrance hall where you can sit down and discuss a little bit while he excuses himself. I have some business to do, but dinner will be ready in half an hour, and then we can eat together. You seem to not have eaten in days, and he pounds his own stomach and belly.
That is almost true.
It's almost like
Almost.
like concentric waves.
I say to myself, though, no, but yeah. So I sit down with him, or what?
Oh.
If you want to, yes.
Benjamin, sit down with us, now that this house is mine.
Benjamin, really?
I've decided to make this the base of my operation.
Again.
How was your day at work? How did the unloading go?
He's getting in your pants.
Any difficulties that you encountered with the orcs, by any chance?
I was looking for dents and nicks.
I mean,
I'm sending very mixed signals.
And I'm like kind of eyeing like such
What is
Satasa. Just like every now and again we lock eyes. And,
Come on, do it. We haven't been rolling in a while.
So Tassa's waiting for marriage.
That does have a strange appeal to you, so...
You can do this. It's not about if you do that.
I like the exotic. I do.
Yeah, you go for it.
Those pokey ears, man. Just imagine what you can do with those things.
You can show her around the establishment if she ever wants to make some real money.
Good.
Well,
2 of your henchmen are female, right?
I'll be honest with you, Torm. It was kind of a shitty day. I don't much like unloading supplies on and off of a boat, supporting a man that is my father in the room?
Oh man, family drama. We got the soap opera level now.
I'm looking out like the window and it's like rain pouring on the street.
That
Supporting a man, I don't even really know.
I don't really like.
My father doesn't love me.
And I don't know, there was a particular stench coming from the garrison today. Those orcs just smell like crap. Honestly.
Yes, orc stench. It is quite. They attack the nose.
Is it like before the appetizers come? Or?
It's before they've even been called to dinner. It's like waiting for the dinner to be served.
Alright.
For the room to be ready, for the table to be set.
To have that mouth-watering conversation about orc stench, right?
What happened to the human defenders?
Most of them were killed or taken away. There were some of the magistrate held up in the garrison for a while, until unfortunately they fled as well.
They fled. Where'd they flee to?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Probably not, but yeah.
We'll say west. They went west.
As always. They took the white ships on the river and then they went back to Valinor.
Wait, wrong story.
But you, how was the conversation with my father? Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes, I think we will come to a business. I think the parties that I represent, are positively inclined towards the information that your father passed on to me, and I think we will settle down here and try to conduct our business.
And I want to like not make eye contact and then kind of say nonchalant and exactly how do you intend to bring the orcs down?
Now, good sir.
One scrub at a time.
You misunderstand my motivations here. I intend to work with the orcs, not against the orcs.
What?
Is that so? I kind of got a different. I was of a different opinion having listened to your conversation.
I think I'll just look at you
For a moment, take it all in.
and smile and say, "What, me? Ah, shucks, no." No, and kind of like say, "In good time, Benjamin. In good time."
Well, naturally, my next question would be: is how can I help?
That is a good question to ask, Benjamin, but I do not have the answer for that yet.
Somebody's manipulative.
It's in my name, Torm Manipulative Bastard Velseling. My mother loved me.
She said you were special.
She said I was special. Tell you what. I will conduct my business as I see it the next few days, and get back to you if I need any help. And believe me, I probably will. But first I need to get a little bit of a lay of the land, independent of anybody who has been living here for a while, if you understand what I mean.
Well, one thing I can definitely introduce you to somebody who has more of an understanding of the underbelly of the city.
That would be absolutely helpful.
But it comes with an exchange. I have a proposition for you.
I raised my eyebrows, interested.
That meeting that my father has spoken of later. I know where he
How
goes
do you
every
know that there's a meeting?
day. These hills have the walls have eyes.
The walls of eyes.
Yeah. And the walls have noses.
Benjamin, as someone who has been in this business a bit longer, you should be a little bit more subtle about what you... But you are here to learn. You are here to learn.
Oh, please. I happen to be quite a master of disguise, and I was wondering if I could perhaps replace one of your henchmen in that meeting tonight. Perhaps that little fellow over there?
Assassin man?
I don't know his name.
Last time someone said that to him. Well, no, that's a story for another time. It's an interesting proposition, Benjamin. Let me think it over during dinner.
Fair enough. But you give me that, and I give you the person that you want to know to know of the underbelly.
At that moment, there's a small bell ringing, and Alfred opens the door. The dinner is set.
Oh boy!
You totally lose all recognition in my eyes.
It's just
like a 5-year-old boy, like, oh, it's food there. Like, yeah, no.
Alfred, did you get my?
Did you cook my special dinner?
Did you
Yeah.
make? Oh, did you cut the? Did you cut the steak the way I like?
Did you cut the vegetables just so?
Just
No crust.
on the vegetables.
Exactly. This is a fantasy bed setting. Of course you got a crust on your vegetables.
No, it's potatoes, it's Germany.
Kartoffel fantasy.
And you enter the dining room, where a long table has been set for all of you. And after you sit down, you see that actually in this house there is only the son and the father and the butler living, it seems, because there's no one else as around for dinner. And it actually is quite delicious. There is a little bit of apple pie at the end, but the rest isn't that apple inspired.
Apples everywhere.
Apples will taste. Love to see.
Okay. Yeah.
But can you please describe the mood of the Crowley Manor? What is it like? Is it like what is it like inside? The lighting and like the furniture. What?
Sure. The room seems to be quite dark. There have been candles lit, which are on the table and illuminate the faces of the people sitting around from below, casting shadows on them from time to time. You hear the slow ticking of a very expensive clock that is standing in one of the other rooms. And you hear a little bit of noise from outside, but it's more like sometimes people walking by and quietly speaking to each other. Therefore, the missing noise is something that is even more apparent than when there is some noise. Glumbo eats very very happily.
Now, children, this is a serious game.
Very, very happily, he seems to enjoy his meal, and he seems to celebrate it. Before the meal, he even he leads a small prayer to Prios, that Prios may soon restore the balance in the city and make sure everyone is back where he or she belongs to be. But apart from that, there aren't that many dinner conversations if you don't start any.
Now, there's not much point in asking Benjamin in front of his father. So, that secret meeting that your father did not invite you to.
You could ask him about his business history in the city. How he came to make his fortune and stuff. Background and shit.
Nah. Sounds like work.
Boring.
Oh, come on, exposition, man.
Exposition. No.
I got this whole saga.
But I didn't quite understand. What did you mean by that you can't hear much of the sounds? Or what?
So there's people walking by outside on the plaza from time to time. But given the position in the middle of the city, you would expect more noise to come from the outside than there is.
It's muffled.
No, it's not necessarily muffled. It's just less noise that is created outside. The city seems to be quiet.
I asked him about that I would assume that it would be you would hear a lot more outside noise.
Do that.
Why is Glumbo, my dear host?
My friend, I hope the food is tasty as always.
It is delicious. I really like your variation on apples and the other apple dishes that are you serving.
It's a specialty. You know, normally we don't eat that many apples, but with a guest from outside, we need to obviously give you our best food.
Thanks. I've decided my character is fructose intolerant. No. I was wondering when I was sitting here that you don't. I would have suspected that you would hear more noise from the outside. Is it just very quiet, or are your walls specially muffled?
Well, since the orcs took over, people tend to avoid to be outside in the night.
Interesting. Why is that? I thought.
Well, the orcs they do a lot of things that
Unspeakable things.
there have been occurrences. But I think it's a good thing that now the people who belong in the dark don't roam the streets at night, and the business is conducted when Prius is watching.
That's how it always should be. Business should only be conducted when Prius is watching. That's the rule I follow for my daily conduct. Interesting. So is there an official curfew do the orcs not allow people to go outside, or is it just
No. As long as nobody gets near any of the temples, everything is fine.
Is the main plaza guarded at night?
Yes, they have always 2 orcs standing there next to this goddamn hole.
What happened? Did they tear it down? Did it cave in? Explode?
Sorry, can you speak with your mouth? Wait till you've chewed your food, please.
Exactly.
Man, this apple soup is so delicious.
Apples.
I think it's almost half a year ago when they, directly after they entered the city, they brought some slaves here and they had those slaves take down the temple stone by stone.
It was a wonderful temple. I imagine maybe we have like a portrait of it on the wall or something. Maybe.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. And it was a big part of my childhood, running out every morning and just seeing this wonderfully gold temple.
The gold roof could be seen from miles away.
I remember when I entered the city today, I remembered that something was missing. And when I came to the main plaza, I noticed that's what was missing. It was a beautiful, beautiful piece of architecture. It's quite the heart of the city, I would say. Do the orcs? Where are they situated mostly? Do they roam the city during day? Do they get involved, or do they mostly stay in the fortress?
They have patrols, and they do have some business with some of the scum of the city.
Scum, all of them.
Don't say it like that.
It's mean.
Not everybody.
Are the gates closed at night?
Yes, of course, like always.
Like always. Like always.
Even before lockdown.
We don't want to have any bandits try to enter the city at night.
Lest the riffraff come in. I understand you totally. Orcs are okay, but people from the outside? Fuck no.
Taking our jobs.
I think that's. Well, I could ask him about his family, although it will bore me to tears. So
Like
You would assume that he's one of those people who would happily tell.
I don't know how masochistic I am right at the moment. Currently, I'm staring at my apple soup, considering what is worse, talking to him or continuing eating.
well, like a nice DM could just gloss over the moment you keep talking about his family for like 30 minutes. And that's it.
Now
Or
I
you
gotta
could
play that out.
You could just eat and not continue conversation. He doesn't seem to he seems to be content just eating. He really likes the food.
I try to whisper to you, please don't ask anymore.
You have this delicious duck roast and applesauce. Can you just establish that everything in that city is with apples in your head?
I've decided that my half-elf is a vegetarian because she's a dirty hippie.
She's a vegan.
No, vegetarian. There's no vegans. And she... No, that would be unrealistic in a fantasy setting. No.
Gluten-free.
Is this bread, sir? This elvish bread, is it gluten-free?
It's just lembas.
This lembas gluten-free. No, I have no more questions at the moment. I am content to eat my apple soup.
Then you continue to eat for maybe half an hour, and Alfred takes the plates away. Glombo looks at you, then looks at you and says, "Son, I have important business to discuss with this man. If you could wait outside."
And he slips to the shadows.
Certainly, father.
Alfred, bring me my cloak. And
quick question, my assassin guy, are they roughly the same size, are they roughly the same look?
it would be possible if it doesn't seem that Glombo is that good at identifying things and people. You might still need to roll something, but
I wouldn't trust this.
Yeah.
Galumbo, one
not
moment,
fuck up.
please. I need to have a word with my associates.
sure, get them ready and make sure that they are all well disguised. And he puts on like a black cloak and.
Look how well.
and
You can
Nobody
tell
will
we're
ever
secret by our secret cloaks.
Like sunglasses with like the.
People on the street are just gonna be
Gnomish
like,
technology.
watching this
my
guy in
friend.
black cloak going, oh, this
I,
cloak is not like suspicious at all.
I try to totally unsuspiciously motion Benjamin for me to follow me. Like I grab him by his hand.
Hey, whoa, whoa, man! Don't touch me.
No, personal space, bro. Personal space. No, but
This one dance.
I try to motion to him, kind of like,
now you're both outside of this room.
yeah.
That was with your chin.
So Benjamin, you wanna?
What's up?
Nothing's up. Benjamin. Focus.
I don't understand this language.
Have you thought about our little
Yes.
proposition?
You look roughly in size like my henchman number 3. Gil Lukeheid.
Hey, Luca.
I didn't come up with
They
his
call
name.
me Gay for short.
Gail.
These jokes do not fly.
Oh, it's Gail?
Gail.
Gial.
Gal.
Gail.
Gal?
He's like
Gal.
part Cherokee.
Gal?
No.
I can't say that. Gal.
He,
Ah,
yeah, so,
So what is his name?
I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Because give him a different name so it's easier to remember. Like, Bird.
Bird.
Luke.
his name is Bird Quickstab.
How about Birdie?
Quick stab? Stab.
It actually has a totally different etymology. It's pure chance that it sounds the
So
same.
4 people. Birdie is Larry. and-
So Bird,
Larry.
Bird, focus here.
Okay.
So Bird is roughly your size,
Mhm.
but double the skill. But
Oh, that's. You have no idea what I'm
In
capable of.
character.
good, yes, of course, in character. And he, well, if you put on a cloak, follow us. Yeah.
I told you I'm a master of disguise.
Yeah.
Put
Well.
my cloak.
Maybe I just take a quick look at Bird and I measure up his scar. He's the one with the scar. Do I have to do a scar?
Yes. You can do it right now if you want.
How far will you go?
You pick up a knife from the table.
No, he has
Common.
scars in unseen places.
All right. But you've seen it.
I spent a lot of time on the road, my friend. No,
But yeah, I
I think
measure it
it's
up.
lonely out there. No, wait.
Female henchman.
this
I
is
measured
not
up.
this is not Brokeback Griffonsford. But anyway, so
And I did create a disguise that, yeah.
So roll intelligence.
Bird is a fairly nondescript person, which is quite
So you
Good.
don't have the skills on the right side yet,
No.
but
Oh, right. Yeah, that's advanced.
yeah, but you could roll for sagacity for this disguise.
All right. And that's a 16.
Oh,
That
damn.
might be above your value.
Yeah.
Okay, so you put together a disguise and you're convinced that it might be convincing, but maybe not everyone will agree. Let's see how this plays out.
sorry.
I think I look pretty good.
Well, but not well disguised.
I was gone for a second. What?
You put on your cloaks, and Glombo also comes to you.
It's like 6 people in black clothes. It's a count.
It's
Am I-
5 people in black cloaks. 1, then the 3 henchmen.
I
And
thought, it was
Glumbo.
4, I thought it was 4 henchmen.
No, 3 henchmen.
Oh,
You can
okay.
be my henchman.
You can be my.
Don't say it. Don't say did.
And then Glumbo leads you to one of the to the room where you met before dinner, and opens one of the windows, looks outside to the left, to the right, and then starts climbing outside. And he actually pulls up a little ladder so he can get through the window easier.
I was surprised. I watch him with mild interest while he does his acrobatics.
And it takes only half a minute until he's out of the window.
And your face palm.
And motions you to follow him.
Can you and your hands, because you're all soldiers, can you like parkour out of the window right up there?
No, we're just gonna do it in an orderly fashion. We're all gonna climb out there and follow it.
That's cool.
No cool stunts for the moment. No.
Yeah, all of you have no problem to climb out of the window. And Glumbo then tries to silently move through the shrubbery outside.
Put it outside so
And of course you hear all of the time some noises from small
Animals?
small parts of the shrubbery breaking, leaves
like,
rustling.
So he wished he could move silent, but he's actually not.
Yeah.
I don't trust the butler. It's always the butler.
And he leads you to a window at the back side of the town hall.
Oh. Interesting.
It takes a little longer for him to climb inside than it took for him to climb outside. There's no ladder here.
Did he bring it though?
Yep.
I sigh.
And then he lights the candle and waits for you to climb inside, which is now pretty easy because the window is well lit.
Glumbo.
Oh my god. Oh my god. These people. I can't believe it.
When I enter, I blow out the candle.
Oh, be careful.
Glumbo.
It's dark.
Glumbo.
It's dark
No.
here, we won't see.
We'll manage.
But the others might mistake us for orcs.
If the orcs not find us because you already lit a candle.
No, we've been here for some time. They never found us.
I'm not convinced. So we have to go up the stairs or something?
Yes, and then he moves silently through the on the ground floor
I cringe.
and upward the stairs to the round table. And you see before you enter the room light shining underneath the door. As you enter, you see some candles burning and 4 people sitting next to the table. Mm-hmm. One of them, a woman, says, "Glumbo, you're late. Who are those?" And Glumbo says, "Be quiet. I brought them because they are friends. We can trust them."
Don't worry about it. It's all right. It's all good.
He's my man. He's my brother.
Calm the fuck down.
This is Storm, and
He told us that.
I am here for business.
he represents outside interest. I
Don't get
think
involved with
he
any
might
good
be
people.
from the army,
It's gonna get me killed.
and he brought
yeah.
3 of his men.
Right. That I did.
There's a woman.
Good evening, fellow compatriots.
Fellow humans.
And Glumbo sits down, and then looks at the bunch of you, and points at some chairs. Sit down with me.
So yeah, I sit down and I wait.
Eating sandwiches.
Like I'm kind of just like, I'm not going to ask any questions. I just want to see what they're going to conduct the business or what they're talking about at first.
Okay.
Like what is the, just remain silent for the moment. Unless someone asks me a direct question, of course.
Your henchwomen also sit down. What about you?
I sit down, but keeping my cloak donned.
Don't fuck this up, Benjamin. Don't fuck this up.
You wrap the
This is
cloak.
my head on the
How
line.
could this go bad?
You start to slowly wrap the cloak around your head.
I should have never trusted that boy. There was probably a reason why his father didn't. He's a fucking idiot.
Just go with the drunk guy.
Yeah.
Your father seems to know his stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Totally legit.
And then Glumbo pulls out some sheets of paper and hands them over to one of the women next to him. He says, let's start the 59th meeting of the City Council.
I stare at them in disbelief.
59.
First, let's make sure that we have the numbers to be able to make decisions. Who is in the room?
Oh my god. Protocol, all in all.
And
Who brought the cookies? Who has the tea? And have a midnight
I'm just
picnic.
thinking, by the gods, they're all mad.
the woman starts writing down the names of those people she knows. Then looks to you. Sorry, Torm. Is it Torm?
Yes.
Yeah, and your last name would be... I gotta write it here on a piece of paper.
Smith.
I imagine I'm sitting beside him. I just kind of like cringe over into his ear. It's like, there's a reason I was kind of a little hesitant about, introducing you to
My name is Tom Appleby.
I represent outside apple farmer interests. No,
Oh my god, they're gonna hate you now.
I'm Johnny Apple.
Okay.
no. I give her my first name, and I give her
Oh man.
Ulrich is my last name. No, and I give her.
Tom Ulrich von Hammerstein.
I give her fake names for the other people.
Which one? Write them down, it's important to remember.
No, no, I'll think about them in a second.
Conspiracies get fucked in the detail.
Yeah, but does she? So she wants names from all the characters, or what is
Sure. She after you tell her name, she looks to Satasa. And you are?
Bird, Sarah, and Kylie.
So Tassa's name is.
I hope not.
Gwendolyn Flyfar.
Oh, come on.
I like that name.
I
Shut
don't
up.
think you needed to write that down.
And after you tell the name for Satasa, she also looks to you for the other two names. Dodge the bullet there.
Ursula Hardhit.
That sounds feminist.
I love that.
Wait, is that me?
No, that's not. Yes, you're the female warrior in this.
Did you say that out loud?
And the other guy's name is.
Benjamin, what are you doing here?
And the other guy's name is Ben Farmer.
And I give a nod. Like with that.
He was a dungeon siege.
Exactly. Yeah. Ursula Hardhit. I found that a good name.
That's good. Ben Farmer. Use my actual real name and then just add Farmer at the end.
They'll never guess it.
You got a characteristic perfect disguise.
Glumbo then looks around and says, "Well, it seems like we're enough for decisions to go through. Let's start with what was left from the last meeting." And she looks to one other woman sitting there who seems to be more of a common folk person, a little worn down clothes. You would say maybe fisherwoman. So, any news from the docks? How are the works going? Well, we have been looking for the orcs, and it seems that the orcs they didn't do anything at the docks right now. Yeah, that sounds good. So the docks are safe.
Yeah, the fishing people. Yeah.
Einmal Profis, aber.
Good. Just remember, it is important to keep on the work so that they don't suspect anything. We need to make sure that the work is going on as usual and we are producing good results. And then he looks at you and says, "The economy is still strong, you know."
I've heard, and I see that it still is. It is up and running. It is a good thing. Good thing. Yeah. I support that.
As a businessman.
As a businessman, I find it good that the economy is still up and running. Yeah. Yeah. But what I try to ask as a what do you mean exactly by the orcs at the docks? Could you explain that to me again? So what are they doing? What are they not doing?
When I was working on one of the nets to mend them, I looked around to see if the orcs were up to something. But I don't think they are. I didn't see anything conspicuous.
What is conspicuous behavior? Like what would that entail? What is conspicuous behavior?
Well, they patrolled and they talked to people, and that's I think what they normally do.
And they didn't do that.
No, they did that.
They did do that.
But they can't talk.
Some of them can. Some of them are quite talented. I see. Thank you.
Plot hole.
No more questions for that person.
That lady's a snitch. She's lying to you.
Then Grumble looks at you. Well, then maybe let's continue with the most pressing issue.
She's an undercover.
What have you come with what news did you come here?
She's a cat.
Yeah, you gotta tell me.
Before I say with what news I have come here, have you really been meeting for 59 times since the orcs have occupied the city?
Don't belittle these people. You want to
I am not belittling them. Maybe.
No, obviously not. We continue the enumeration from our previous meetings.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
in the year? Because there's little meetings for like a whole history of the city.
It doesn't matter.
Oh wow.
Who do the single people in the room represent? Like I asked them that. Who are you representing? Like, do you speak for a larger group, for a larger power block in the city?
Lambo says, well, obviously as the appointed mayor of the city,
Of course.
I speak for everyone.
Of course.
And then
I'm the law.
Then there's Vantassa from Elvenhill, and he points to one of the women sitting there, and you notice it's a lot of women here.
What's up with that?
You see, then I've brought one of my scribes, but she's not part of the council meeting. She just makes our protocol. And
She's a spy. She will not release
She's my
this.
spy.
She's
I
will
know
not.
everything that's going on. That's a fucking shit show.
No, she will not leave the room alive. But yeah, okay. So, okay.
Probably do.
But
and then he points to the fisherwoman, and we've brought her in to get a better ear on the common folk.
of the common people, of course. I always gotta listen to the common people.
Sir Velson, permission to speak.
Ben!
It's what his last name, you fucking idiot.
No!
As you wish.
Denied.
You have to understand.
The adults are speaking right now.
He is part of a very obscure religious order where it is commonly, ritually so, he must ask me for allowance to speak, and I must always say no.
May I use the restroom?
That seems oddly specific.
It's a very obscure religion. You
Is
wouldn't
that
have heard
is
of
that one
it.
of the 12 gods? Or like cult?
It's a minor cult of one of the knowledge gods. Which one was the knowledge? Minor cult of is not knowledge god, but it's a minor cult of Fex. It's in a small bumpkin village. Never heard of it.
Blasphemy!
And you actually see that Vantassa is now looking at him conspicuously.
That was not what I wanted to happen, but that's what happened.
Somebody somewhere Brent is face palming. For some reason, he doesn't even know why, but it's happening.
Somewhere someone thinks I'm an idiot. What are the... I will be frank with you. I assume none of you is necessarily happy with the current political situation in the city?
Well, there has been more order to our meetings before, and most of the members of this council decided to refrain from joining us due to the nature of this meeting. So, yes, I say it would be better if we had a more orderly situation.
No, we gotta figure out if it's
That's what we are
actual
fighting for
reality,
here.
or if we're still in the dream.
So excuse my directness, you are fighting to get rid of the orcs.
Yes, that's why we are here.
All of you.
Middle of the road.
Yes.
Not arrangement.
Well, no, our scribe, I brought her for the protocols.
I look at the scribe.
She looks at you, but then looks down because she's busy writing down every word that's said.
Okay.
She looked like an undercover cop.
What's a cop?
Like an orc.
Yeah, she is.
She's not an orc.
She's surprisingly hairy for a woman. No.
Something like that, let me tell you.
I mean, fuck it. Might as well die. Well then, if you are the people currently representing the interests of the anti-orc faction in this
Say it like that.
Of course I say it like that. That's how I speak. I'm an educated man, motherfucker. But,
Right, for a second there.
I think I will, I'll try to get myself killed and, show them the, wait, or let me think this through. Let me think this through for a second.
It's fucking socializing together. Like run the group into the ground. Together we can achieve anything.
So you have the letter?
That's what I'm not going to show them the other things,
Okay.
but I will hand Galumbo the letter.
Okay.
I think it is time that you know about my true purpose. So I
Okay, so you hand over the letter.
hand over the letter.
You got a letter?
Got a letter
Shit!
Nobody can read.
from your mom.
Oh, she's been dead for 9 months. That's low, man.
Hey man, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Do we get to like hear the
And-
letter?
Yeah. So Mugambo takes the letter and opens it and looks inside and says, "Ah, it's sealed by the prince." And the scribe writes down, "Sealed by the prince."
No. I say to the scribe, this part's confidential. We gotta scratch that out.
Oh, yes, and she looks to Mugambo. So I will scratch it out later.
No, we'll scratch it out right now. I'm quite adamant about that.
How can we scratch it out if it isn't written down yet? That doesn't even make any sense.
You
Well,
will
let's
scratch
write
down
down
the last
first.
sentence you just wrote, and then you will not continue writing until I tell you so.
But how do we later
No writing.
Protocol must be observed.
how do we later know what happened in this meeting if we don't write it down?
I am containing my rage.
You're
My dear sirs,
barbarian.
we are here
First to
to
Francis.
save the city.
Yes, I think we can all agree on that.
That makes me very
And-
happy that we can all agree, and we can also agree on that.
people
Keeping records of secret meetings is not helping us saving the city.
Why not? That's how meetings are done. If you don't,
First we discuss.
you need to achieve something. And I've run this city for many years. My family has run this city for centuries. And my father told me, and his grandfather told him, and his mother told him
Somewhere,
the
Brent gets a
important-
piercing headache.
the important thing is to write down what happens in the meeting so you remember and you can make sure that people do what they are supposed to do. If you don't write it down, it won't happen.
Torm wishes he was back in the battlefield.
And I just yell out, Father!
No!
We need to do action!
Okay.
Yes! Benjamin Farmer was I!
I feel like pulling a dagger and
Yeah,
killing
the shows.
He looks up and says, "What are you doing here?
This is a secret mission.
You are not one of his henchmen. I remember."
Is the scribe writing this down?
I saw an opportunity, Father. I've been watching you try to just solve everything by writing it down. Why are you so obsessed with writing everything down?
Because it's what our family does.
We need to do action. We need to solve this problem. You know how our family was devastated by this war. This war changed us.
And I won't let it happen to you too, son. Therefore, you should stay home and let the grown-ups handle this.
I am not a little kid anymore.
Yeah, well, great, guys. We can talk about family problems later, but the point here is... okay, I'd like to step in. I brought Benjamin here. That was my genius idea. I throw you a look, which should kill you, and I'm very sad it doesn't. I'm still working on that technique.
I can do that.
I'm like, we're going to talk. We're going to talk. It won't be fun.
I did it, man.
But that aside, what is in the letter? Like, seriously, like, I gave him the letter, and what does it say? And what is Glumbo going to take from that letter?
And he takes the letter and then reads it out loud.